everybody, I'm back. Sorry for the delay, but what are we here to talk about today? We're going to talk about EA, and is EA going to kill off titles because they only worry about stock prices in the short term, and Apex Legends is slaying it. Somebody thinks it's going to happen. I don't know. What do you think? We're going to talk about it in just a second, so buckle up, kids. Here we go. All right, we're back. Before I jump into the subject, I just wanted to say I'm sorry that I've been down for about a week. One of my kids was pretty sick. I actually had to take him to the hospital one day, and it just ate up about 7 days of time dealing with that, trying to be the good dad and all that kind of stuff. But things got pushed aside. My personal work got put aside, plus my recording for this stuff here. So that's why I kind of been off. I posted on Twitter that I was delayed, but if you didn't get it, that's why. So I just wanted to let you know that's how come there was only one recording that came out so far this week, and this is it. So one of my really good online friends the other day sent me a Twitter direct message and said, "Hey, check this video out," and I did, and I was like, "Oh wow, this guy's got a heck of an opinion," and so I'm going to reply to it, but basically. This is not a attack. This is not a going after the fella or anything like that. I just don't agree with all his theory conclusions. Some of it is I do agree with, but ultimately the big part I don't. But everyone has an opinion, and that's why I do commentaries, because this is my opinion. I just wanted to get up front that I am not attacking this guy. But okay, so here we go. I got this message from my friend, and it is a video called "What Apex Legends is Doing Now is Insane" by a channel called Clean Prince Gaming. And this guy did this video, and he's basically going through financials for EA and trying to say, based upon the financials, what they're going to do. So in his video here, he shows that when EA announced that they had a bad quarter, as I've talked about in a prior video myself, their stock price obviously tanked. It went down 17 points, and he was saying that's just due to the volatility of the gaming industry. He's trying to imply, I think, that the gaming industry, is very fickle. But the thing is, the stock market is. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be Procter and Gamble, or they call them Procter and God. It could be Toyota. It could be whoever. If they have a bad quarter, they're Apple. Their price, Amazon, whatever. It doesn't matter. Their price tanks. But you have to look at it from a different perspective. So he looked at it in a small little snippet of time and said that there's this huge tank and it's going to cause all these problems. So take a look at what I did here with the looking at the stock price for EA over a period of time. Okay, so let's take a couple of things into perspective here. So the stock price on the date that he mentioned, February 5th and 6th, is, you can see on the screen here, yeah, it dumped down to, before the end of trading, $80.21. A drop from $92.52 the day prior. And then, as you can see, it suddenly went up, so he's correct about that. But the one thing you have to remember is being a publicly traded stock, there is a lot of data that you can have on this. And this is just a 6-month snapshot here. What about 1 year? Okay, so yeah, he is right. It was trending down. Is it trending down because of what he mentioned in the video about new video games coming out? I'm not sure. The stock market goes up and down. What you have to do is, when you're in stocks, you have to look at it for the long term. You can't plan on the short term. So if we take a look at EA, let's go out over 5 years. Whoa, look at that. That is what you call an upward trend right there. Upward trend. Yes, it's down and it goes back up, but it's trending upward. All right, since this is numbers here from 2014. What if we took it out farther? Look at that. This goes all the way back to 1998 when they first started. They were 45 cents a share. God, I wish I bought $1,000 back then. Anyway, look at this, going up and up and up and up, and down, 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 up, 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 up. And that is what you call an upward trend. So if you look at it over the long term for stocks, It's trending upward. Yes, it had a dip down, and they all do. But look how it's up there. So that kind of doesn't jive 100% with the conclusion that just because one franchise is having an issue, or a couple franchises, that they're just gonna kill them overall. As you can see, they've been upwarding trending since 2012, and it's now 2019. So yeah, take a look at that, and let's put that one in the back of the brain for a little bit as we talk about this. So as you can see, stocks are, they call it the roller coaster. That's the stock market. But if you look at EA, like we just did, they have a very upward trending track for their stocks since they launched it. It looks like 98. But yes, they did have a valley going down, and he is right when he says it's most likely that in certain areas since November of last year is due to Battlefield 5. Yeah, Battlefield 5 was pretty much kind of a disaster when it launched. It had really crazy marketing like none of the other titles ever did. It had no battle royale, and everyone knew this battle royale thing was really hot at the time. Is it perfect for Battlefield? Well, we'll see when the new version Firestorm comes out here. I think it's kind of like, oh, okay, cool, and then it's just going to go to the wayside. But that's my opinion, and that's my commentary. But again, they didn't have a battle royale mode, which was really hot at the time. It still is hot. It didn't have a co-op mode, which it should have. It didn't have a hardcore mode, and that's just crazy because, well, when you look at it from hardcore Battlefield players, there is a whole group, a niche that love to play in that mode. They did it in Bad Company 2, they did it in Battlefield 3, and they did it in Battlefield 4. So why wouldn't they do it here in Battlefield 5? It just was like a whoops, or they just put it aside. It didn't have that. It didn't have rush mode. Oh my God, it didn't have a rush mode. Well, now they're saying, oh, we have rush mode out, and come and try it. It's only out for a couple weeks. What, are they freaking nuts with this stuff? Oh God, it boggles my mind. I think it's all marketing ploy for this whole rush thing that they're currently promoting right now. But because rush, since Battlefield Bad Company 2, rush has just been like the dominant thing. If they have a good rush mode, it's a killer game. So yes, they had the whole character issue with the female character, and the way that debacle, the way they screwed that up. So they just had one thing after another. Plus, the last thing I would say is Battlefield 5. In Battlefield 1, it started to feel, it started to feel less like a Battlefield game. Well, Battlefield 5 feels like they just took a running leap and jumped into a whole different direction. It doesn't feel like a Battlefield game. I don't see very many only in Battlefield moments like we did in Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, and Battlefield 4. We saw so many only in Battlefield type moments. We just don't see them now. And I watch a lot of videos. I go through it, and we don't see them. So, in totality, yes, he was right. Battlefield 5 did hurt the stock price for a short period of time. But then you got to go back and look at what I showed you earlier. Doesn't really matter. It's a blip. It's like anything else. Apple has a down product, and they go down for a while, and then they shoot back up. Bezos does something stupid, or his company does something stupid, and they get regulatory issues, and then they go back up. Facebook, look, they've been taking it on the chin. They're going to go back up. It's the nature of the market. That's just how it is. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. Now, the next thing that they're talking about here in this video is he's saying that, well, because of that, Apex is doing great. Even though it's a free game, Apex is doing great, and the investors like it. Well, sure, investors like it when things are going well, but EA's job is to take care of their investors, because that's the people who pay their salaries. If they don't take care of their investors, at the next board meeting they can get ousted, or at the next group meeting for the investors, which they have once a year by law, they can get thrown out. That's their job, and they're actually legally entitled. They have to do it by law to take care of their investors. But they also have to make money, and they also have to grow a business. And how do you do that? By having customers. So let's look back at the Battlefield franchise here. How long has it been around? It's been around an awful long time. I don't think that the supposition in this video here that because Apex is doing so great, and because Battlefield 5 was a disaster, that they're just going to kill the whole franchise over that. I don't think they will, because if you look at it, they would have done it before, because they had lots of problems when Call of Duty was just kicking their ass back in the day, and they still kept on pushing out Battlefield games. they have a core market that's going to buy it no matter what. They have a core market that's going to come back, that's been leaving because they can't stand Battlefield 5. That kind of left, and they're all, if you look at the servers today for Battlefield 4, they're freaking full. Why are they full? Because Battlefield 5 sucks, right? So, you know, if this battle royale mode doesn't help it, well, Battlefield 5's days, they're on borrowed time. Okay, so that's just kind of how it is. But is that going to kill the franchise? No. Look back at the number of years EA's been, DICE has been doing this. I mean, you can name all the titles, and unfortunately I should have written them down so I could rattle them off to you here. But you know as well as I do how many titles they've had. If EA was a company that specifically only went after titles to make them short-term money, Battlefield would have been dead a long time ago. It's not going to be dead. It's going to keep on motoring on. Yes, this battle royale thing is going to go good for a while. This Apex Legends is a huge hit. Does it have legs, long legs? I don't know. It all depends on how long this battle royale mode sticks. You know, because currently, you know, as Fortnite is the favorite of the kiddies, and Apex Legend is now favored with people who like to play COD or people who from Titanfall. But ultimately, will it last? I don't know. Battlefield has a hell of a long history after all the titles going back and going forward, that they got long legs and they've got people that will constantly buy them. Like myself, I love the franchise, as you know, and no matter what, I'm going to keep on playing the games. Although myself at this point, Battlefield 5, we'll see when they come out with the battle royale mode. I'll try it. I'm sure it will, because I'll probably be recording again by then, and you'll be able to see some footage, and I'll give you my opinion of it. But if it sucks, I'm just gonna go back to Battlefield 4 like I have been. And like I said, I go back, and there's a lot of people now. It was a ghost town for a while. There's a lot of people in servers, and you know what? There's even lots of people in Battlefield 3, man. So EA DICE, I think the next version you definitely got to look at. You got to look at Modern. You already know that. I mean, people are screaming about it left and right. This whole venture back was kind of a whoops. Sorry, made a mistake. So, in a long-winded me going on here, this is my reply to it. I don't think that. I do agree with a bunch of the stuff that he said. However, I do not think his final supposition that they are going to kill off titles like Battlefield in favor of Apex Legends because short-term investors are screaming about it. I don't think that's right. I don't agree with that. I do not. But just look at the data and look at the time, because if it was the case, it would have already happened a while ago. All right, so that's it. That's what I got to say. Thanks a lot for listening. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, please click a like. If you don't like it, click a dislike. That's okay too. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much. If you're not, please click the subscribe button and the little bell icon right next to it so that you can get all the latest releases when we kick them out. And Strut.com is 95% done, guys. That's one thing I was able to do while my kids were sick. I was cranking out on the website. It is coming. And I'll tell you something else on a sidebar note here. One of the things we have lots of problems with is people don't get notifications when you post a video, right? Something is weird with YouTube. I don't know why they do it, but only a certain portion of people get it. One of the things I'm doing is I'm setting up a mailing list so that when you go to my website, you click on that list, the minute we release a video, you're going to get you're going to get a message through email. You're going to know. So none of my subs are ever going to miss when I post a video, as long as they're on my mailing list. That's my workaround for that. Okay, hope you guys have a great one, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.